All right, good morning, buenos dias. So this is my cook kit. A lot of people have been asking me about, and so I just want to show you guys, and it seems about appropriate time. So I have cook kit here. Some people have something very similar to this, so kind of like a compaction type of system. So I also use a titanium long-handled spoon for that. So the reason I say this is just a change to what some people already have. So everything kind of nests inside of everything else. So I wanted a way to be able to cold soak and cook at the same time. So I really only use the pot for boiling water. So this is pretty much how it goes. So I'm using a Toast 650 milliliter cup here. And so what it does, I have another cup inside of this one. So there we go. So that's my cold soaking jar inside my 650 ml Toast cup. All right. So this is what I use to cold soak. So I have protein powders and such inside of here. I have it wrapped with a cloth so things don't rattle around in there. And so here we go. This cup is actually from lightsmith.com. So it's a 20 ounce flat-sided cup. So which is nice. It completely seals off. You can make your mixes in there. It's great. So I use that, and then inside of that, I nest the rest of my cooking system. So inside of that, I have a regular 110 gram cooking stove fuel, isobutane, also with my mini Bic lighter, and I also have a cover, which I didn't use the original cover that comes with this because it's not that flexible and it wouldn't fit inside the kit. So I use just a piece of folded aluminum foil and put that on top to cover everything up, allow it to boil or reheat, whatever I want it to do. So I use rice and beans with this. So all I'm really doing is just rehydrating the rice and beans. So on top of that, so I take the cover off of that. So this is my BRS, I think it's T3000, I think is what it's called. So unfold that out. Make sure it's tight and it's off before you put it on here. Get that on, spin it closed, and then that will go on top of there, right? So now assuming everything else is going well, I just reheat my water here till it steams up, put in my rice and beans on top of there, put that off to the side, make sure I mix it up with the spoon to get everything mixed in together, along with olive oil on top of the rice and beans, and also a vegetable seasoning that I add on top of there. It's about 2 tablespoons of olive oil that I'll add. Mix it up, let it reheat off to the side for, I don't know, 10-15 minutes. It's up to you until it cools down. Once I'm done with that, I allow all this cool down. If I want to, I also added a transfer valve here. You can just get this off of Amazon for, I think it was like $25 in a kit. You can get some of them as low as like $15. So what this allows me to do is, if there's a hiker box, I can take this partially empty and take another empty and actually transfer the partially empty to this one and refill this one. So that's pretty much my cooking system here, and you'll see how it all goes back together. So put the top back on there. Get this back on. That together. Take the top up for there, so once I'm done. And this just all nests back to each other. So once I'm done making my mixes, put these to the side real quick. So the first thing I'll do is wrap this up. Get this inside the cup. Open it up. And then you can see how much space is still in there. It's quite a bit of space. So it doesn't matter what order, just start putting everything in there. Get that in there. Transfer valve, aluminum foil. Get that nice and stuffed in there. You can still have a little bit of room left in there. And fold that all into itself. And usually I'll make sure all this is cleaned up and dry before I start nesting it all back together, because if you don't, when you try to nest it back into the pot, it starts scratching everything up. So anyways, there we go, like that. And then that will go back into my toques. Boop, like that. And it's nice and clean, sturdy, and does the job. Adios.